Always investigating, we're tackling license plate readers. How do they detect a stolen or carjacked vehicle barreling down the expressway? What if the plates are stripped? Our Sabrina Franza got rare access, and it was a busy night for police.
The lakeside breeze, a sweet escape from the steamy pavement. Summertime in Chicago. The city is electric. Beneath it all runs a current of crime.
Stuck in a lot of traffic right now.
A flash, and these 5 men are caught up in it.
5, right?
Out of breath and out of options.
Bring your leg underneath.
They got zapped.
Hands out, hands out.
And that takes us to where our story begins. It's a technology you've heard a lot about. LPRs, license plate readers.
Be safe out there, all right?
Armed with bulletproof vests and some camera equipment, we suit up with Captain Dave Keltner on what feels like a 100-degree day for the chance to see them in action. If somebody gets a hit on a license plate reader, how do you know about it?
So if they've been entered into any of those software packages, then our officers will end up getting postings, just pictures, still frame stuff with locations.
Over the radio, we hear the reader detect something, a car, stolen, driving.
The Chrysler 300, he just cut over to lane 1.
A police plane uses the plate to spot the car. They tell us, the ground patrol, where to go.
Going under 35th right now.
The drivers ditch the first car for another, and we think we've lost them.
2 guys, they swapped cars. They were in 2 cars, and then they went now into a 3rd car.
Correct.
What we don't know at the time, it doesn't matter that the plate is different. LPRs don't need a plate to track the car at all.
It's not just plates. We can search. There's various avenues for us to search for different make models, anything else that are in the areas.
Soon police have the swapped car swamped, boxed in, cornered. It has nowhere else to go.
Without other resources, it makes it very difficult. But when we're able to utilize unmarked cars, we're able to utilize air support, we're able to use various cameras to be able to access some of that information. It makes it easier for us.
Illinois State Police have 190 functioning state-owned LPR cameras. The plan is to install 300 total. They also use information from another 150 that they share with the city of Chicago and other neighboring areas.
We have what might be a stolen car along with a recovery of a gun at 63rd and Yale.
Still, that's just over half of the readers ISP said they would have up by this point. And Chicago has an estimated 118 miles of expressway. A lot of ground to cover.
Hopping over to the gas station.
Is 300 going to be enough?
All right, so my opinion is we're doing some great work, and we're maximizing everything that we have. Could more always help? Yeah.
One firearm recovered. As affirmative.
We recover at least 8 cars this shift to be returned to their owners.
One of the LPRs from the city of Chicago picked up a stolen vehicle, and I believe it's going to be a carjacked vehicle.
Up on the right.
The cars just scratch the surface of solving crime. What's inside the cars
Extended magazine.
tells an even bigger story. So that's at least 4 guns and 1 rifle on the street illegally. Now they're toast.
Good grab to get those weapons off the street. Probably few and far between that we're not recovering weapons along with the stolen vehicles.
Remember those men we showed you who were out of options? Here's how they ended up there. The biggest case of the night. They ditch a Range Rover, which an LPR picks up for this white van, a treasure trove of clues from other crimes inside.
White van. 40 at the Federal.
Here we go. Car's right on our left here. Camera ready?
A present for police, wrapped up in brake dust. You can smell it skidding on the Dan Ryan. It takes a joyride onto Lakeshore Drive, crashes, hits this family who were minding their own business.
Hands out, hands out.
As officers make arrests, the LPRs watch over the roadway, silent but ready to pounce at moment's notice, at a time when tech needs to supplement manpower.
Does it help make up for the fact that we've seen a decrease in the amount of people that are joining law enforcement or staying in law enforcement?
I think every department sees a diminishing of their numbers just by sheer attrition and lack of hiring. So yeah, the steps here does take up some of the slack, if you will.
Just as we suspected, for the second time that night, what was inside the van reveals even more clues.
They got burglary tools in that van.
The tools, the plates, solve more than one crime again. The drivers suspected BNSF burglars. It's the end of the line for them and the end of the shift for us.
They had the robberies too.
And they had the burglaries, yeah.
Streets made safer with police collaboration, a few cameras, and 6 or 7 digits etched into a thin piece of metal.
All units responding to the slowdown.
Sabrina Franza, CBS 2 News.